Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name's Christina. Thank you so much for being here. So today is November 6th, 2022, and I knew that I had to make this video. This is for my love of Sword Art Online, and this is a Sword Art Online review. So I'm going to be going over mainly the first season, which gives you the general gist of the idea of what Sword Art Online is about. When I first heard about Sword Art Online, I was like, what is this? This sounds so crazy. This sounds kind of dumb. Like, what kind of anime are you watching? It was one of my husband's friends that recommended it. And I was like, okay, I have to just like go in with an open mind and open arms. And once I had watched the first season, I was like, this is absolutely incredible. I have to just keep watching and keep consuming. And it was amazing. So the origin of it, I'm not going to go into too many details, but it started out as a short story contest that a writer, I think his name is Reki Kawahara, he won, and he was like, okay, like we're just going to continue this on, and it actually ended up being way too long, and now we have so much content of this amazing story. So the general gist of the story is there is this boy, his name is Kazuto Kirigaya. He goes by Kirito in this world, and he's been beta testing this game that's coming out on this virtual reality headset that the whole world has been waiting for. And as soon as he gets into the game, he's playing it, he's making friends, and he realizes that he can't log out. And he played the beta, so he could log out in the beta, and now he can't log out of the game. And turns out this creator, this like psychotic creator, kind of like Elon Musk, amazing, like brilliant type mindset, was like, nope, you can't leave. If you do leave, you die. If you die in the game, you die in real life, and don't die. And by the way to get out is to win the game. So everyone goes into a panic. People can stay safe in the game by like hiding out in these big cities, but by doing that, you're not progressing the game, and so then you're not going to win the game to get out. So you could be there forever and have to like hide in the normal cities with NPCs or like non-playable characters and other people. And there were about 10,000 people that went into the game. And I think it was like only like 6,000 that came out. But anyways, I don't want to get too much into the details, but this guy, Kirito, pretty much gets stuck, and he kind of has an advantage because he was a beta tester, also known as a beater in the game. That's just like a term that they have. And there's a big resentment with new players that were not part of the small group of selected beta testers versus beta testers. And he just has really good instincts. He's really good at playing games. He has very quick wit. He's funny. He's likable. So Kirito is like the all-around package. And this game is kind of harem style, which means that there are a lot of females that are interested in one male. However, Kirito does have very good relationships with females in the game, but he really has one spot-on girl. But we'll get more into that later. So his goal is to win this game. He's heroic. He wants to save everybody, and he cares about people, and he believes that every single life, good or bad, has value. And so the entire season is him navigating this game, different bosses, battles, the differences between real life and virtual reality. This virtual reality is not 100% like real life, so the look and the touch and the feel and the senses, it's still the same, but you can't have your headset removed, and everybody was actually disconnected for about 2 hours. There's a little bit of a grace period where they could get put into hospitals. So Kirito actually ends up like this. Nobody beats the game. There's a lot of floors. It's this giant world called Untitled, and you have to go into Untitled and you have to defeat different floors, and there's like 100 floors. So you just start on floor 1, and they each have different themes. Like one is like nature themed, one is like horror themes. Like they're all different essentially. You don't go through every single floor, but you go through some of like the best floors. That's what you get to see. So you know, his goal is just clearing the floors, and that means finding boss battles, doing side quests, and really whoever gets to these certain things first gets the rewards from it, so they get power. So as this continues on for a long time, there ends up being guilds and teams and formations to try to navigate and strategize to beat the floors, while a majority of people actually just hide out. And so Kirito really works alone. Like, he had a friend, but things kind of fell through, and so he just works alone. And throughout the series and throughout really the first season, because the first season is so incredible. Honestly, you could watch the first season and be fine just watching the first season, but if you wanted to watch more of like a deeper, in-depth experience of the relationships and things like that, you can continue on. Like, there is so much content for this. So I really like how you can consume as much as you want. It also does have a futuristic aspect. The reason why November 6th, 2022 is so important is because that's the first time that Kirito dived into the virtual world, or went into the virtual world, and that's when he got stuck. So he does age in real life as time passes, but his mind, he's got this headset on, he's stuck in bed, as with thousands of people, and there's big lawsuits about VR. Like, things are happening in the real world while he's stuck and trapped in this game that he's trying to navigate just to fight for his life. Otherwise, this VR headset will literally just fry your brain and you'll die. So, you know, there is a lot on the line, and he gets these survival skills to try to continue on. And so he meets this girl, her name is Asuna. She is so beautiful. She has chestnut hair. She has the sweetest voice. One of the biggest things I love is the voice actors. One of them, his name is, I think it's something Pembroke. He is incredible. Like, both the girl and the guy, like, Asuna's English voice actor, I forget her name, but she looks just like Asuna, as you would imagine she would in real life, which is crazy. And it's such a beautiful, dainty, encouraging, strong voice. Like, really the perfect voice. And then Kirito's voice is great. I think the voice acting is wonderful. Sword Art Online does get a lot of hate online, I would say. Don't be deterred. It is really wholesome. It is really good. And I think it has some really valuable aspects to learn. I would say, like, some of the common themes are wholesomeness, morality, being ethical, adventure and fun. It's very futuristic and realistic in some ways. There's a bit of romance in it. And then I would say mostly just a combination of, like, futuristic elements. So virtual reality, like, there is a method to the madness, and it all kind of does make sense when you look into the specifics of it. So it's not super fantasy, it's more like technological and advancement. And if you decide to continue to watch the series, you can watch how VR and all of this adaptation of AI and technology can be a wonderfully beautiful thing, or how it can be negative. So it's really, really realistic. It's great. It kind of gives you perspective of, you know, how we should be treating technology as the future continues. And it's just, it's very intuitive into this technological era that we are definitely in. And obviously it's fake and it's not real, but it's based off of real principles. The main character, Kirito, he's so agreeable and he just makes sense, and he's so smart and so witty. There are things about him that you're like, wow, only he could have really done this, and it makes him special and it makes him stand out. And he's just super unique and super likable. So I love the many different arcs, but it continues to build even past the first season. There's a lot of resources, literally so many. Like, I love Hunter x Hunter, and if you're a Hunter x Hunter lover, you know, but like, there's literally just the anime, and it kind of stopped because the main writer got very sick, and, you know, he just has different things going on. But the writer for Sword Art Online is very committed, and if you want, you can even read the light novels. I think I'm on light novel 7. They are so good. And even the audiobooks, they have audiobooks read by the voice actors, the English voice actors for the whole anime, and it is so good, and it is so more in-depth, and really you can consume as much as you need to or want to. I like the anime as well. I think the drawing is great. I really don't understand why this anime gets a lot of hate. Now there can be some very more strong undertones that wouldn't necessarily make it 100% kid friendly, but I think overall that this has really good, reasonable, realistic showing of life. I don't know how else to describe that. I can't think of it right now, but I think it just has important things that need to be considered, that might be a little bit more realistic than some people might understand. But overall, I would say that's 2% of the entire anime, and you can find discussions about that on Reddit pages and things like that. But overall, it is very good. I really enjoy it. definitely 100% my favorite anime. I was actually going to be Asuna for Halloween this year, but my husband and I weren't feeling too good on Halloween weekend, so I didn't dress up. I wish I had, because it's like prefacing this entire like time of just people celebrating Sword Art Online, because it's now like November 6th, 2022. But it's just going to have to be my costume for next year. But overall, I think if you're looking for good adventure, strong characters who want to build themselves and become better and understand people better and give grace while applying things that are kind of coming to fruition in real life, I think you'd really enjoy this anime. And I would really highly recommend like just watching the first season, giving it a shot, and seeing how you like it. And if you don't like it, like, you don't have to keep watching it. But I think if you do like it, then you're really going to like it. You know what I mean? So that in itself makes it worth it for me just to watch it. I've rewatched it twice now, and I continue to love the development of it. The first and the second season are definitely the best. As it transitions into the second season, there are some slower periods, but push through them because there's a bigger ulterior motive to be had, and it's just a lot of world building. But with that comes like kind of slower seasons and growing pains, but also watching character development really, really grow. So highly recommend, if anything, the first season, the Aria of Starless Night, the progressive seasons, or the progressive movies. All of it is so freaking good. I believe you can watch Sword Art Online for sure on Funimation, but I think it might be on like some major streaming services. I think you can see the first season on Netflix. They might have taken it off, but I know that you definitely used to be able to, I think. But yeah, it's just such good characters. I personally love the romance between Kirito and Asuna. You're gonna learn very early, that's not a spoiler, like, you're gonna learn very early that's a thing. And I like seeing their relationship progress, and as, you know, if they, you know, as they grow and as their circumstances change and things like that, like, Asuna continues to encourage Kirito in real life and in the virtual reality, which feels like a home to them. They really become so accustomed to this life of like living together and being so happy together. And then, you know, things change, things happen, and they have to move forward. I'm not trying to give too many spoilers. That's why I'm kind of being vague. I'm like, I want to give you details. I don't want to be too vague so you get a gist and so you actually understand where I'm coming from. But I want it to be special for you, like it was special for me. So please take all of my input and know that this is a really safe anime to dip your heart into if you want to, because it will reward you with endless content to continue to consume if you love it. And I think that in itself is worth it. Like, it's so hard for me falling in love with an anime and then it's like it's over and there's nothing more, like nothing more except for like fan art or like fan fiction, and like that's not even real. Like, I want all of it. I want the t-shirts, I want the advertising, I want the books, I want the audio, I want all of it. So you're gonna get all of it with an anime like this. So I think it's so special, and I think it's worth checking out. I really do. So 10 out of 10 for Sword Art Online. It honestly is such a close second with Fruits Basket. I have a very special relationship with Fruits Basket, but I wish Fruits Basket was set up like Sword Art Online was, in the sense of just so many resources and continued adaptions and building and growing and more and more. And you really get that with Kirito and Asuna, and it's very subtle and it's very beautiful to watch. And wow, I just want to watch it again right now. So it's amazing. I think it's definitely worth considering trying. If you're looking for something new to watch, definitely give it a try. I think it's great as a first anime. It's very exciting and adventuristic, and it's not too overwhelming, and it's not too crazy and loud and obnoxious. It's really perfectly tempered with a great storyline, and even greater of a community. So highly recommend. And if you watch it, please let me know what you think. If you like anime reviews, let me know. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. I'm so blessed and grateful for every single one of you. It's really such a wonderful thing in my life to be able to share my heart and share things that I love with you and be honest with you guys and have a wonderful, transparent community. And I hope you know that you're so special and you're so loved and you're safe here. So thank you so much for watching this. And if you have any questions or if I missed something, let me know, comment it down below. I try to respond to every single comment. I love you guys, and I'm here for you. So, alrighty, I will see you later. Bye.